Hey y'all, this is David, the Georgia photographer, and I'm going on a photo walk in downtown Chattanooga with this Leica camera. Come on. How close can you get? Well, I have literally made it like 40 yards from the truck. See, it's right there. And this bird is just sitting on this branch squawking. I'm beginning to believe it's a fledgling, and it just looks more grown than it is because it won't fly away and it's just sitting here squawking. I literally got a picture with my 28mm, and he just sat here and tolerated it. That's pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure it's a fledgling. He's just sitting there, but he won't fly away. Well, I've made it down here to 3rd and Broad. So I've got a couple of interesting photos. The one of the songbird in the tree was probably going to be my favorite. When you get that big of an image on the center plane with a 28mm of a wild animal without getting assaulted by it, it's a pretty cool day. So no matter what else I get, the rest of it's got to be good from there. Okay, today's theme. You got to have a theme. So today's theme is going to be shapes and colors, maybe textures, but it's kind of the abstract is more of a idea that I'm going for today than trying to get like people doing stuff or something like that. Most of the people down here are just walking. They're not really doing any kind of activity that's noteworthy. Other than this guy on the Segway, that's about all there is that's going on. That was pretty interesting, I gotta admit. A photo of that would have been cool, but I didn't really have time. I really want this red building across the street. I think I'm gonna go over there next. Well, I've missed 2 obvious photos so far. There was a whole crowd of people diagonally walked across that intersection a few minutes ago. That would have been a pretty good wide shot because it was like 40 people at once just crossed across the intersection. You know, the road was completely filled with people. That would have been a good photo. And then there was a couple just crossed right here, and I saw it once. I seen them about halfway across the intersection. They were holding hands. It would have been cool to get close enough behind them that you could focus on the hands, the hand holding, because that's the gesture. But I failed to get it. Well, I walked all the way down past the little Starbucks at the aquarium, and I've come back down here because there's not a lot going on down there. I'm gonna walk down here to Ross's Landing and see what's out here on the pier. Down by the water's edge, there's a bunch of activity stuff down there. So let's go down that way. To be honest with you, shooting 28mm is really tough. I've got a few photos, but it's a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. I've got some architectural stuff, but nothing genuinely like abstract. Getting there, but not really. Got a few photos of people. Now the beauty of 28mm and high megapixel sensor count is the croppability, and you can just like grab in images like of this dog and then crop it in, and you get a kindly cool image that's doing something a little bit unusual, but it was taken basically from the hip. I just fired off the hip and grabbed the photo. This spot ain't so bad. There's a pretty good bit of activity crossing through here. So I got a bicycle in the road. I believe the shadows will pull out just fine. I'll edit the raw file and we'll see how it goes. Now the pan and blurs are still apparently my specialty. So this is Riverfront Parkway, by the way, so it's kind of an industrial route through Chattanooga, part of the game. Alright y'all, I'm gonna try to get these bicycles coming down the sidewalk. Let's see what we can do with this. Yeah. When they see you post up for photos, they'd be courteous in Chattanooga and go around. Like I said, they're courteous in Chattanooga. It was a good idea right up till they didn't go through the frame. Let's see if I got some of the third guy waved through. Let's see. A little bit. It might be something worth looking at. This is a pretty good spot. Kind of like it here. Let's get the obligatory photo of the aquarium and the sunset line. Okay, well, apparently the Southern Belle is back in business, and I'm going to get out here to the end of the pier because what they're about to do is there's an island right up there on the other side of the Walnut Street Bridge. It's a bird sanctuary. I think it's called Mcclellan Island. They're going to sail up, go around it, and come right back down by here. So here in about 10 minutes, they'll be back. I'll get their photo. Well, if it wasn't blatantly obvious by this point, I bought another camera. I sold one though, so to my defense, I did sell one. I sold the Leica TL and the 23mm Summicron, and I'll just tell you the truth, I never used them. Great little camera and lens combination, but it just sat on the shelf. I just never got it out. I actually thought that it would be a really good street photography camera, but I ended up liking the CL better. I just did. I took it out 2 or 3 times, and it had a couple of shortcomings that the TL doesn't have, even though the TL has shortcomings, that were kind of deal breakers. One of them was it didn't have an EVF. And that sounds kind of trivial since when I bought the camera, I knew it, but it turned out that, well, with bifocals, and I have bifocals if you didn't know, that I have to crane my neck up to read the screen. And with the EVF, I adjust it to my eye without the need of glasses, because what I'll do is I'll look down and I'll look over my glasses through the viewfinder, and that way I don't have to worry about trying to use my glasses to be able to see the camera screen or through the lens or the EVF. You get it. That was the biggest deal breaker, and I just never used it. So it was part of the batch of stuff I sent off to Robert's camera, and then I took the money from that stuff and I put it into a Leica. This is a TL2. It's 47 megapixels. It's got IBIS. I bought it off eBay, and I got it significantly cheaper with a spare battery and the charger, and it USB-C charges, which is a big bonus. I'm still waiting on the riverboat to come back. It's going around Mcclellan Island right now, and once it circles the island, it goes up to the north side of the island, turns around the river and comes back, and then it goes down this way a ways. At least that's what it used to do. I may be sitting here for nothing. Plus it's full frame. I love the output from Leica cameras. The CL, even the 16 megapixel TL produced beautiful photos. I don't see them. Maybe they're coming back. I've actually got a few interesting photos. I kind of cheated since I'm at 28 millimeters today. I took a photo of the Market Street Bridge and cropped off the top and bottom, and it looks like I stitched a big pano together. Cheers. I've went far enough for today. I've got plenty of photos and experimented, took some pictures of some interesting architecture and stuff. So this is the kind of things I like to do. I like to just get out with a single camera, single lens, just see what I can come up with. It's just kind of fun. So if you're kind of getting stagnant on your photography, try it. Pick a focal length you're not used to. Wide is not something I'm used to doing. It's just something I don't do much. So until next time, this is David, the Georgia photographer, saying get your camera out and go take a picture with it, all right? We'll see you later. Bye-bye.